Welcome to Subway Stories, where we bring you the wildest, funniest, and craziest stories from Reddit and the internet, with a little NYC Subway energy. Let's jump into today's story. So, I'm heading to the subway and walking behind an older woman, probably late 50s or early 60s. When we get to the turnstiles, this guy behind me suddenly shoulder checks past me to get ahead. Not rough, just incredibly rude. I figured he was just late for something, so I let it go. But then I notice he starts speed walking to catch up to the woman in front of me. At first I thought they knew each other. But the more I watched, the more obvious it was that she was completely ignoring him. When we reach the platform, she finally turns around and snaps, "Please leave me alone." And of course, this guy pulls the classic nice guy move. He starts acting offended while still trying to ask her out. Then, the train arrives. There are plenty of seats open. A woman grabs a two-seater, and before the guy can sit next to her, I make a beeline for the seat and say, "Hi, Grandma." Without missing a beat, she smiles and goes, "Hi, honey." The guy just stands there glaring at both of us, and I'm sitting there with the biggest grin on my face, basically daring him to say something. After a few seconds, he just huffs and walks away. Then me and this woman start having a full conversation, like we're actually family. I'm a short black woman with curly hair, and she's a tall white woman with straight blonde hair. We look absolutely nothing alike. But apparently, she's very proud of how well I'm doing in school. And that's today's story. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next crazy story. New stories are dropping every single day. Thanks for riding with me, and I'll see you on the next Subway story. Welcome to Subway Storytime. On the 6th, this story was posted on Reddit, and it starts like this. 2 months ago, I came home from work and my fiancé was gone. All of his stuff, gone. The only thing he left behind was a note that said, "You have a sickness in the head. You need therapy." I was devastated. I thought something was wrong with me. But after reading comments from strangers online, I did start therapy. And my therapist told me something that changed everything. Drawing boundaries is not abuse. My ex used to accuse me of being abusive anytime I showed sadness, anger, or disappointment. He wanted me to be happy 100% of the time like some kind of doll. If I asked him to apologize for something he did, he'd say I was starting a fight, that I was making him sick, and eventually I would end up apologizing to him. Looking back now, the pattern is obvious. He ignored my boundaries, isolated me from friends, and even controlled finances. 2 months later, I've moved to a new apartment, started therapy, and even took the beach trip we planned together. Alone. I still miss him sometimes. But now I know something important. I wasn't the problem. And my future is going to be a lot brighter without him. Has this happened to you? Leave me a comment, let's talk about it. And subscribe to the channel. I was on the train this morning and this guy behind me was venting to his friend on the phone. And I'm not gonna lie, I started listening because the first thing he said was, "Bro, I should have left this relationship 10 years ago." He says his girlfriend quit her job last year, just randomly stopped working. So now he's paying for everything: rent, groceries, gas, bills. Basically, the guy turned into a full-time boyfriend and part-time bank account. Then he says he woke up one morning and all the cash in his wallet was gone. At first, he thought he got robbed. Then he realized, nah, my girlfriend took it while I was sleeping. I'm sitting there like, bro, you're not in a relationship, you're in a subscription service. And now the dude lost his job. She's yelling at him to move out. His car doesn't even run. And the only loyal one left in the story is his 10-year-old pit bull. Man got a toxic relationship, a broken car, and a dog that's probably thinking, bro, we gotta get out of here. I overheard a girl on the train talking on the phone, and the situation she described sounded incredibly stressful. She said she's 24 and comes from a very traditional South Indian family where women are expected to get married around 24 or 25. Her parents have already started seriously pushing marriage, and they even want to create a matrimonial profile for her to secure a good match early. But the thing is, she already has a boyfriend. They've been together for a while, and her parents know about him. They just don't think the relationship is serious. In their minds, he might leave her eventually. So their solution is simple. Start meeting other men now so she doesn't waste time. Meanwhile, her boyfriend hasn't even told his parents about her yet. He just started a new job and says bringing up a relationship right now feels awkward since his parents haven't asked about marriage at all. When she asked when he sees them getting married, he said around 28. But that timeline creates a huge problem. Waiting until 27 or 28 might be normal for many people. But in her household, the pressure is already intense at 24. Her parents keep warning her he might just play her and leave. She says she trusts him. But hearing that over and over is starting to get in her head. Now she feels stuck between family expectations and the person she loves. What would you do in this situation? I was on the train this morning, and I overheard a guy telling his friend something that honestly broke my heart. He said his girlfriend didn't physically cheat, but she had a secret emotional relationship with another guy. And the worst part? She kept revealing the truth little by little. First, she said it was just texting. Then it turned into flirting, then romantic messages, then emotional support late at night. Every time he thought he finally knew the truth, another piece would come out. Eventually, he saw the messages himself. The other guy never deleted the texts, and reading them destroyed him. He said the slow trickle truth hurt more than if she had just told him everything from the start. Now he's trying to heal, listening to sad music, crying, going to therapy, even opening up to his friends for the first time. He said he's not making any big decisions yet. He's just trying to survive the pain one day at a time. Crying on the train today, and her story hit hard. She told her friend she moved 16 hours away for a guy she met online. He offered her a place to stay when she was in a bad situation, so she left everything behind, even her family. The first night she moved in, they slept together. It was her first time, and she thought that meant they were building a real relationship. He buys her things, holds her hand in public, even told an eye doctor they were dating. But then on the ride home, he admitted something that shattered her. He said he doesn't think he's ever been in love. Now she's questioning everything. Did she mistake kindness for love? Did she move her entire life for someone who never felt the same? Sometimes the hardest lesson is realizing attention isn't the same thing as commitment. I heard this story on the train today. A woman cooks dinner every night for her family while taking care of the kids, but every single time her husband sits down to eat, he criticizes the food. Not helpful feedback. Sarcastic comments like, "What delicious meal are you making tonight?" Or opening the lid and groaning, "Ugh," little digs that keep happening over and over. One night she made hamburgers. She didn't melt the cheese because of a dairy-free issue. Instead of just eating the burger, her husband immediately started complaining again. That was the final straw. She grabbed the plate and threw the entire dinner in the trash. Then she threw away all the leftovers too. Not because of the burger, but because years of feeling unappreciated had finally boiled over. Sometimes it's not about the food at all. When someone constantly tears down your effort, how long before you stop trying altogether?